Alright, welcome back everybody. This is Griffin. I hope you are all having an amazing day. Today we are going to be doing a very basic tutorial, basic but well-informed tutorial on how to hack in Minecraft. Now of course, the first part is going to be going into how to get and install the hack, and after that we're going to talk about actually hacking. So if you want to get to the second part, there's a timestamp on the screen right now and you can go to that time in the video. Anyway, let's hop into this. Of course, if you guys are new, make sure that you smash the subscribe button and the like button and leave a comment. I don't care what it is, just comment something, say hello. Anyway, let's get into this. Alright everybody, so for this video we will be using the Envy client. I'm going to show you how to download that and install it. There's a link below to download it. You'll get taken to this page. You come down and you click on download, and that opens up this ad fly. I've already skipped the ad here, so you just hit skip once you go through the timeout, and it will go ahead and download this client. It'll pop up here. I've already downloaded it, so it is off in the downloads folder, so PC downloads. And what you're going to do is you're going to move that over to your versions folder. You just want to paste it in here, and it'll show up here. And then after that, you go ahead and you extract all, or if you have 7-zip, you can go ahead and just use that to extract it. So basically, you will get this folder that says NV 1.5. Now this is the most important part, so please pay attention. You open up your NV folder, and you see the second NV folder. You don't want this folder. This folder does not matter. What matters is this second folder. So cut that back and move it over here to the main place. So you see you now have a folder that says Envy, and it has the JSON and the jar. Now this folder that says Envy is inside right here. Users, app data, roaming.minecraft versions. It must be in here, it must say Envy, and it must have both of these inside it. It can't be like one folder with the second folder in it. It has to be the one folder that has the name and has the stuff in it. It can't be how it was before we moved it. It must be like this. After you have that, then you can go ahead and start making your profile. So what you're going to do is open your launcher, which we are doing right now. And let me go ahead and just close this browser since we don't need it anymore. Go away. Alright, launch options, new profile, and you are going to hit this and you're going to look for Envy. So that should be right down here with any other clients. Yeah, so it says release Envy. You click on that and you're good to go. If you want, you can name it. So I'm going to name it Envy 1.5. You don't have to do this. You can choose a picture if you want. It doesn't matter. You don't have to do it. You save it, and now there you are. So if you want to use this, you click this. You go all the way down to the bottom, and you'll have this release Envy. After that, you just click play. Now troubleshooting. If you go over here and you're hitting add new, and you're scrolling through this entire thing, and you do not see Envy, that means that you don't have this folder in the right place. You don't have this Envy folder. You might have the folder, but it's not listed here. It's not under versions Envy. It's messed up. If you do have it exactly like this, then talk to me. It means that your JSON file is messed up. But if you're downloading exactly like I showed and putting it here, then it will work. Anyway, after that, you go over here, you select Envy from the bottom. It's now at the top because we already selected it, and you just hit play, and you are good to go. It will launch up. And we're going to close all this stuff, and pretty soon here it will be launching our Envy client. Here we go, Envy. You can see the logo down here, and it'll go to your Mojang screen first, and after that it will launch into Envy client. So after it loads, it'll be in Envy, and we are going to shoot that part of the video, number 2, for showing how to hacks, in just a second here. Here at a title screen, I'll be right back with you. Alright everybody, and welcome to the second portion of the video. For those of you who skipped the installation process and you're just looking out for how to hack, well, here we go. Now this is your title screen of Envy 1.5. If you didn't follow the first section, make sure that you go down below to the download link and get this so you can follow along. Now this is your usual Minecraft title screen, except it's changed up to look custom. You have single player, multiplayer, settings, quit is just quit game, and this is the new thing, alt manager. So if you click on that, it has this section. We're not going to talk about that in great detail today, but basically right here, direct login, you can put in alt information for that's a Minecraft account. The rest of these are just for selecting alts that you already have added to your list, and the way that you add a list is you hit import alts, and then you use this to navigate to a different place. So mine are on desktop, and then you go over, you click your text file, and you hit open, and it will open all your accounts right in there. Then you just click on one and you can log in. Alright, now we're going to show off how to use it. So we're going to go on a server. We are going to go multiplayer, and we are going to connect to, let's see if we can get an iHack server. It doesn't look like it's connected. No, it did connect. Nice, because this was actually down yesterday. Alright, so here we are, and there are people online. That is cool. Anyway, so when you're first starting off, it looks just like regular Minecraft. Now, What's going to be different is that there are hacks involved. So if you hit the right shift button, it'll open up this. This is called your click GUI. You can drag these things around with left click. So we're going to move them around just a little bit. And I'm going to put this one down here, over here, render, movement, and combat. Now this is where we start getting into things. You right click them, and it opens up the list. These are all the modules you can use. And if you hover over it, it will tell you what it is. So Aura attacks people, sprint, sprints for you, flight, fly, click GUI, that's the click GUI, which is this thing, and HUD is what we want. This shows the logos, it shows the direction we're facing, it shows other stuff too. That where it says HUD up there, that's actually a list of modules. So if we turn on other things like velocity, that will come up there as well. Alright, so now we're going to actually get into things, but first I just want to show you there's two different GUIs. There's a click GUI through the right shift, and the other GUI is called tab GUI. You can access that through using your arrow keys. This is usually what you use while you're on the go. So if you're fighting and you want to change settings, use the arrow key GUI. So if we hit the down arrow key, the logo changes into these things. C is for combat, M movement, R render, P player, W world. Now to open up a section, you hit the down key on it. So combat, down, opens aura, all these different stuff. You can see the black box, that means it's off. If you hit enter, it will turn it on, it goes to green. Alright, now if you want to edit settings, you hit the over arrow key, then you can go up and down. So basically you go over, you can see the settings. If you want to edit settings, like for example for delay, you hit enter again, and then you go up and down, and then you hit enter to save it, and back, enter to turn it on and off. If you get this and you just mess around with it, it will make sense. It sounds a little bit confusing talking about it, but that is how it works. Anyway, we're going to get into the actual settings. First of all, I would like to note that you can edit settings from here as well. You just right click it. So aura, right click, it opens this. You can click things on and off. You can drag things up and down. You can click these to open them, just like that. Alright, so basics, we're just going to go over different places. First of all, we want to talk about commands. Alright, so if you hit dot in chat, that will say dot. If you hit dash in chat, that is how you do commands. So don't hit dot if you're on the server, because it'll be kind of obvious that you are you're trying to bind things. So make sure that when you want to do something, you do bind this. So we're going to do dash help. This will give us a list of commands. Now the ones that you're probably going to want is bind. This is what people use. So dash bind. This is how you add a key bind. So for example, I'm going to go dash bind, add. Now we're going to say what we want. So aura, and then key X. What that did is made it so every time we hit X, it turns on aura. So for example, if we go over to this kill aura thing and we hit X, it will enable kill aura and it will start attacking that thing. Gotcha? Alright, so moving into stuff. Aura does attacks. So there's a couple different modes. Switch means if there's multiple people, it goes back and forth. That's what we're on now. Single, it only attacks one target. Tick is used for HVH. We're not really going to go into that. HVH means hacker versus hacker. Auto block feature, this means that you're block hitting the entire time. So you can see right now what that looks like. If you hit, it's like blocking. Now we can change that. We can turn it off, and then it will just attack like regular. See? Alright. Now keep sprint means that if you are attacking, you can still move around at like a regular speed. I don't think we have sprint on here, sprint. So we can still kind of like move around at sprinting speed, whereas suppose if we turn it off, then it's sprinting speed basically. So if we didn't have that on, then we'd be moving a lot slower when we were hitting. Alright, so other stuff, ESP basically adds like a little box thing, so it shows where you are. I think there's a couple different ESP modes. There's a full box and a head. Alright, that's basically just for rendering. You can do what you want to attack. So if you turn this on, it will attack mobs, which are animals. This will attack invisibles. This will attack your friends. So you can add a friend by middle clicking them, I believe, and that means that you don't attack them. You can do this, so you can hit through walls. Swing means that it shows the swing animation. So I believe if you turn that off, then when you're attacking, then it's doing that, but it's still hitting. It just doesn't look like it's hitting. All right, and that's the most of this stuff. Range is how far away you're hitting from. So if you turn all the way up, it means you're technically hitting from 7 blocks, but it won't really work at 7 blocks. It will just try to do that. Switch delay is how fast you're turning between people if you have switch mode on, and CPS is clicks per second. So you can turn that up. Be careful with that. Don't turn up really high, or servers will know that you're using it. Now the next thing we're going to go over is criticals. This basically means that you do a critical hit while you're attacking. If you don't know what that means, it's like where you hop up and you hit them and do extra damage. There's a couple different ways to do that. So usually what you want to use is you use the packet mode. You're not actually jumping, so it's not as obvious. But you could also turn on to jump mode, and then whenever you hit somebody, it should make you jump. So we're going to test that out. Yeah, it's making us jump. See, so we turn off criticals, it'll stop. Turn on criticals, it's doing critical hits. If we turned out the packet, it would still be doing it, but you just can't see it because it has packet settings. Now, anti-bot is what you want to use on any server like Hypixel and Mineplex. They have a bot anti-cheat system, which means that it flies around you and makes you so that your aura wants to hit them, so they know that you're hacking. If you turn on anti-bot, then you don't hit the bots. Auto armor automatically turns on your armor. I'm not sure where their auto armor testing is on here, but basically, if you had armor in your inventory, it would put it on. And if we find the auto armor thing, I will show you. Over here, we have a velocity. This makes it so that you don't take knockback. So we're just going to try that out. We have velocity on, and you can see it's doing damage to us by shooting us with arrows. Now, if we turn this off, then we'll take knockback, alright? So, but if we turn it on, then we don't take knockback when it shoots us. Makes sense? Should make sense. Regen makes it so that you regenerate HP. It will only work on some servers like Mineplex, but yeah, that's how it works. Auto Potion and Auto Soup. Basically, the same thing. One automatically throws potions on you when you're are getting hit, the other automatically throws pots. So this is auto pots. We're going to go over here. It will give us some potions, and then it will start damaging us. And let's try on velocity again. So basically, it will damage us, and then once we get low on HP, it will automatically throw the potions. You can see how it's splashing us to regenerate us. That's how auto pot works. So next we have flight. We can't use that on here because that's a decent anti-cheat. Basically, that just allows you to fly. Sprint, a long jump. It's like well, we can't use that on here either, but it basically just makes you jump like 10 or 15 blocks. You use that to jump in between islands on Skywars. Inventory move, or sorry, that's the wrong thing. I just turned long jump again. Inventory move means that you can walk around while you're in your inventory. And we should also note right here that there's a disable button and a disable chest stealer. So if we're attacking this guy, we're attacking him right now with kill aura. If we open the inventory, then we can do this to turn off the aura. And there's also one for chest stealer, which we'll go into a little bit. No slowdown makes it so that if you have like a bow and arrow or an apple or something that you're eating or causes you to slow down while you're doing it, you don't slow down. Basically, it might work on here. I think it does work on here, so you can tell that you're not slowing down as much as you normally would, if that makes any sense. I'm looking to see what they have to test over there. This is no fall, so basically that makes it so that you don't take fall damage. We will test that out. Launch us. And it doesn't seem to be working right now on this client, but basically you don't take fall damage. It works on Hypixel and a couple other with this client. I know that. So let's get into some other stuff right here. Speed, this just makes it so that you move fast, so we're going to try like a slow hop. You can see how we're kind of like moving around like this. There's a couple different modes, but I don't think they all work. Strafe is just kind of like for PvP. Hypixel hop is a specific hop mode built for Hypixel on this client. Now we'll do render settings in a minute, but step makes it so you automatically go up and down blocks when you're walking. And Jesus is what we were going to try. So basically that just lets you walk on water. Here we go. So we are walking right across. It should also work on lava. I'm not sure if it's working right now in this client. Yep, it does. Okay, so we can walk on the lava as well. Blink, I'll show off in right now. Alright, so let's go over here and we'll show Blink. Basically what Blink does is it lets you kind of teleport. So we're going to turn on Blink and it'll make a clone of us, kind of. Where is it? There's the Blink. So I'm not sure if this is actually working, but when we turn it off, then yeah, it's not working here. Sorry about that. But the way it would work is when you turn on Blink on a server, it would show your person here and you walk off. And to anybody who's looking at you, they see you right where you left it. So you're still over here, but they see you over there. And they can damage you over here, but basically as soon as you turn off, you appear where you are. So if you turn on here and you walk over here, they see you over there, and as soon as you turn it off, then you basically appear over here. It looks like you teleported. Anyway, this is for testing Fulbright, it would seem. Alright, so this is dark here. Fulbright just makes it brighter, basically. It makes it so there's no darkness. Chest stealer, alright, so we're going to use our chest stealer. That's right here. What that does is automatically it takes stuff out of chest. So if we open it, it's going to automatically take all these stuff. This says it's for inventory cleaner. We're not going to mess with that. This is, let's see, what do we have on here? Autofish. I'm looking for something that's kind of interesting. Bed breaker. I don't think there's one of those on this client, but basically it just automatically breaks beds for different servers. This is scaffold. We can show off this. So scaffold automatically builds blocks for you. Sometimes you'll see it as called bridger. That will be under, here it is. It's under player. So we have a block, and basically it will just go like this. Woo! Alright, so we're just running around. You use this for Skywars all the time, or Bed Wars. You just kind of walk around and it just places blocks for you. You can jump around, do all sorts of funky things with it. But yeah, that is how scaffold works. So we'll turn that off right there and fall down. I don't think there's a whole lot left to show except like the render stuff. So ESP is going to like kind of put boxes around people so you can see where they are. If we can find somebody to show that off with. It doesn't look like there's I don't know where anybody else is. There's a person. ESP, so we want to turn on player ESP. And there you can see how the box appeared around them. And if we turn that off, it's not there anymore. See that? Tracers puts a line to people. You can also change it so it goes to invisible. Some clients let you do it for mobs. Name tags lets you show different information above them, like hearts and everything. And you can edit what that is to. And we are not going to go into any more of this. We basically showed off everything. But yeah, guys, that's how you hack. So it's not really hacking, it's cheating. But you use all those different modules to your advantage. So, for example, you wouldn't always use all of them. Like, there's no reason to use Scaffold in Gladiators on Mineplex. But if you're fighting somebody, you can turn on your Kill Aura and attack them. And so, basically, hacking in Minecraft is just using the different modules in your client to your advantage. So, there's all sorts of different stuff. There's always a reason to use these somewhere. But you don't always use all of them, if that makes any sense. So, it's basically seeing what you have and then using it when it's appropriate to give you an advantage so that you win. Alright, now we're going to go into settings here just really briefly, just some tips and tricks. So if you don't want to hear this, go ahead and close the video. Make sure that you like and subscribe with notifications on, of course. But anyway, let's get into this. What do I usually use for let's just go gladiators. Usually gladiators, I will use no velocity, so that's just velocity. I will use Kill Aura, and I will use antibots and regen. So for regen, if you have a client that allows you to choose stuff, I would use packet mode, and I would use 77 packets for Mineplex. For Hypixel, you can use glide, which we don't have on this client, but it basically makes it so that you hover. So if we were to jump off somewhere high like this with a glide on it, we would jump off, but we'd stay the same place, and we could just kind of move across. It's like fly, but you can't really go up and down that much. We also use no fall, chest stealer. We use some speed and all of that. For settings wise, for Mineplex, you should keep range for the Kill Aura about 4.7, and you should keep antibots on, and you should keep the attacks, the apps or CPS, maybe like 12 or 13. That's why I generally use like hop and stuff. But the biggest thing to mention is that you really want to be careful, because yes, it's a lot of fun to mess around with different stuff, but don't use it to make yourself get banned. So don't use like settings that are really obvious, like a fly and everything, if you don't have to. Make it so that you can win. It's a lot of fun and all, but don't use stuff if you don't have to, if that makes any sense. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure that you keep coming back to watch gameplay and all sorts of other stuff. You can, of course, contact me. There's links down below, and make suggestions if you want to see a specific video. Anyway, guys, this has been Griffin. Hope you're all having an amazing day. Peace out.